Welcome back to Everyday Health Hacker Podcast. And today we're going to be talking about Ozempic on our weight loss journey, which is part of our playlist. So if you wanted more information, be sure to check out our playlist on weight loss and Ozempic. And today we're going to specifically talk about side effects, and two of the most common, which is going to be constipation. That's never fun. And also nausea and how to prevent it very easily. So stay tuned and join us.
Welcome, everybody, to another edition of Everyday Health Hacker Podcast. I'm Mike Herzing, along with the awesome Dr. Lisa Liao.
Hi, Mike. How are you doing today?
I had been a great day. I'm not quite as stuffed up as you are, because was it ragweed this week?
It is ragweed, and also we've got a lot of smoke that's in the air. I know the East Coast is really suffering from smoke this past time, but it's going to clear up. The weather is going to change. It always does.
Always. In Texas, how it is, you don't like the weather, just wait an hour.
Yeah, just wait an hour. I mean, yesterday we had sunshine, cool breeze, and thunderstorms and flooding. So all in one day. So that's typical Texas.
Dr. Liao is Chief Medical Officer right here at Meridian Health Institute in Sugar Land, Texas, where everybody wants to be.
We hope so. We enjoy Sugar Land. It's sweet.
It's a great place. It's a sweet place, and it's a sweet place to be, and you're a sweet person. So there you go.
Thank you. You as well.
Speaking of which, let's talk about Ozempic, because that seems to be the
constant title in the news.
Yeah, it's always in the news, and everybody wants to do a quick shortcut on maybe losing a few pounds and things like that. And you know what? It seems to be helping out a little bit.
It works. So the key is with Ozempic, and this is the brand name Ozempic, it is not FDA approved for weight loss.
Whoops.
And however, most people, they need to have a hemoglobin A1C, which is what we check for diabetes, and a high blood sugar so that they can decrease their hemoglobin A1C so that they can get healthy and reduce their diabetic situation. And we find that a lot of people end up losing so much weight, they get into a healthier lifestyle, and they no longer need medications for diabetes. So that's a win-win situation.
Absolutely. No kidding.
However, it has some side effects, and some of the major side effects, some of the easy ones are just constipation because they're not drinking enough water.
Right.
Number two is nausea because they're not eating enough protein. So people will take it and they're like, I'm nauseous, so I'm not eating because I'm just going to feel nauseous. Well, that's not the way it's supposed to work. It's a GLP-1, which is a specific type of medication, and it will help to decrease your appetite, although you do need to eat. And number two, it decreases your weight. Number three, it decreases your blood sugars. So it's working in a win-win. And there are other medications that are very similar to it. One is called Monjouro, which both of those can be called Semeglutide or Tirzepatide. Those are the generic names, which can be compounded. We're going to be talking about those medications today and how do we prevent those side effects.
To be honest with you, not being hungry and or forgetting to eat are just things I've never can relate to. Okay,
well, a lot of patients will say,
people just go, "I forgot to eat," and I'm like, "What kind of idiot are you?" I mean, come on. There's no way that I can ever forget to eat.
Being in the medical field, I can definitely, you can be so busy where you just don't have the time. It's not a forgetting, it's having a good team around you, though, that has snacks ready to go. We always have avocado and boiled eggs here. We're ready to go with some type. And our most favorite one this past 2 weeks has been chia pudding. If you haven't tried chia pudding, you guys, I encourage you. It's high in fiber. You can put some granola on top or some berries, and it's very simple to make, about 6 teaspoons of chia pudding seeds, and then you can use coconut or almond milk or whatever milk that you like. We use it in a little mason jar. We shake it up, put it in the refrigerator for 2 hours. It's ready to go.
Oh, there you go.
And if you want it to be a little sweeter, you can add a little honey. We do not, because I think the coconut milk makes it sweet enough. And then berries. And it's a great form of protein, fiber. And I mentioned fiber because if you're taking Ozempic and Monjouro or Wegovy, any of these medications, you need more fiber.
Oh, sure.
And you need to drink more water. So if you're only drinking, 1 little liter of water, you need to double, triple, quadruple that so that you're not constipated.
But a lot of times you think you're drinking the water.
Sure.
I drink plenty of water.
Plenty.
But then when you actually get down to it, so then if you get the jug of water,
which I always recommend,
and then you say, all right, let me see how much I'm drinking, and it's really not.
It's not enough.
It's not enough. What they really say is like, are you kidding me? You can't drink this much water?
And then if they're drinking
all the time,
sodas on top of that, they're also dehydrating themselves.
Yeah.
So, I know that there's a lot of, different zeros that are out there, or there's diet sodas. I just encourage you, no sodas. It's just not good for you. Caffeine in itself, it's a stimulant, and while it might help you to wake up, I prefer a little meditation. Maybe you need to jump up and down a little bit, do a little jump rope, get into an ecstatic state so that your energy's there.
If you're drinking this much water,
I'm
just busy going to the bathroom all the day.
Exactly.
I mean, come on, are you kidding me? It's
good
horrible.
for you. It's good for you.
You get to be an old fart like me. It's terrible.
And so thinking of people who say that they're drinking enough water and they're still suffering from constipation, they can take some Dulcolax over the counter.
Yeah,
but I encourage you to do fiber. Whether
Sure.
it's chia pudding, or maybe you need to take Metamucil and add it. You might need to hold your nose so that you can get it all down. But a lot of people need that in order to have, a regular everyday bowel movement. It's actually healthy for you.
Okay, now this Ozempic is actually a diabetes drug.
Correct.
And they found out, hey, this works for
weight loss.
What are some of the other drugs that have been for one thing, and they found out it's something? Wasn't Viagra that way too?
Viagra, yes, that was one. But what I was going to mention really quickly first is Wegovy was originally as a diabetic medication. It has it has been shown with Monjouro to have almost twice the amount of weight loss than the Ozempic. It's actually, Wegovy's the only FDA-approved medication in that genre that is FDA-approved for weight loss.
Can you even get it? Is it?
You can get it. You can get it, but there is a national shortage.
Yeah.
It costs between $1,200 to $1,500 a month.
Oh, good.
So not everybody can afford it. And that's the hard part, but you can get it compounded for a lot less. So if somebody who doesn't meet the criteria for their insurance and they do want to lose weight, we do consider compounded medications for them. And again, it's the same side effects. So you have to be aware of that. We talked about nausea, and the nausea we usually give ondansetron, which is a little tiny pill that you can put in your tongue. It'll melt in your mouth, and it just takes the nausea completely away. Or you can try something, we talked about some naturals like ginger root. You can do ginger, put it in a tea, that will do it. Peppermint is another one. You do that as peppermint tea, or mix them together, and that's a nice natural way to combat nausea.
It's always, because, funny, you take a medicine and then you take another medicine to compound the side effects of this medicine. Then you need another thing to compound for the side effects of this medicine. And then it's like, when does it stop?
Well, that's why we try to try to encourage more naturopathic. So, on our Amazon storefront, we do have some recommendations like AlloCure that also works, pretty much instantly for. And I really have loved that. That one, we always have it ordered for our home as well as our office.
Yeah.
So we do recommend that.
Aloe vera is just...
No paid endorsement there. It's just a really good brand.
It's just a really good brand, and it really works. I mean, aloe vera is just magic stuff. And to have it where it doesn't taste bad...
And speaking of aloe vera, you just brought up saying that out loud. It just reminded me, there's different types of aloe vera. Mm-hmm. So a lot of people will have aloe vera juice to combat constipation, which is natural. However, AlloCure doesn't work that way. It's not something that it's actually there to coat your stomach and your throat. It feels so much better. But why it doesn't work so much like a laxative is the rinds of the plant are not in it, and that's what actually causes us to have.
Oh, really?
To help combat constipation
but it
is the
also tastes
rinds.
a little bitter, doesn't it?
Actually, AlloCure has 3 different flavorings.
AlloCure is wonderful.
They have it in lemon flavor, grape flavor, and then natural.
But the normal juice is a little bit not taste real good. Now, AlloCure is wonderful.
And you can have it in a capsule, too. Yeah. I mean, there's different ways of doing that. Yeah. So, and there's other ones that are on the market as well.
Aloe vera is so good on sunburn and burns and
absolutely.
Just everything.
Collagen. Collagen's another one that's wonderful to help balance your tummy as well. One of the other things that I love about collagen is that it also helps to fill in the lines in our face because it.
You don't have any wrinkles anyway. Come on. You're 30 years old. You don't,
I've been 30 for 2 times over now. Plus, but it helps to really fill in the lines, and I like to talk about that on Everyday Health Hacker. Has some recommendations that we have tried and that we really enjoy, and they'll take you straight to it. So everydayhealthhacker.com is one of the websites under nutritionals, or you can find our podcast on YouTube.
There you go. There's always a different way of doing things, and this lady will help you find it. That's what she does.
What works for you is what we do. And everybody has personalized medical and dental care here at Meridian Health Institute, also Meridian Medical Dental Health Care, and we're just here to take care of you and your family.
281-265-6565 if you happen to have a question, or info@everydayhealthhacker.com.
And we look forward to your questions, and we truly appreciate that Patricia sent in these last questions that we reviewed today. And you guys have a blessed day, and we'll see you next week.
Have a good week.